everybody, this is Mike Downs from the Defensive Arts Dojo. We're here today doing the Bunkai or self-defense application for Naihanchi Kata. Naihanchi Kata is a very self-contained kata. For me, the concept is that you're stuck in close quarters and there's a lot of action happening around you, sometimes from the front, sometimes from the side, potentially multiple attackers surrounding you. The concept is that you stand your ground. The stance, typically, just to talk about that for a moment, is inverted just a little bit so that you can grip and lock to the floor and create some suction and some stability, and then just to do some stable battle from your stance itself. So it's not known mostly for its motion, but for its strength and its ability to stand your ground. So what we're going to do today is cover all the aspects that I can get into this video. So we're doing the Bunkai for Naihanchi Kata. My associate Sensei Chris Wall and Sensei Joseph Saida are here today to help me. We're going to talk about whether it's multiple attack scenario or singular attack. So fortunately we have the two gentlemen here today. The kata starts like this. It's in a moment of mental preparedness. We're only going to really do half the kata because the second half is the mirror image. If you follow martial arts in Naihanchi Kata, it does the same thing twice, but in both directions. So we'll cover the half of it in essence. So I'm here. I notice somebody is to my left, and I approach them. So I would step over, and they're maybe coming to hit me or something. And as Joseph comes to hit me, I block. Now, I've covered in previous Bunkai videos that I'm not a real big believer in standing there and taking a force for a force. I'm a little bigger than Joseph, but at least strength-wise, he's getting tall. But I don't like to really knock punches out of the air necessarily. So I also like to use it as a deflection, or more importantly, as a jiu-jitsu release. So the first one I did, just a typical karate block. The second one, maybe he grabs me with his left hand, and I use it as a more passive deflection or relocation of his arm. So that, to me, is a little bit more usable Bunkai in this. So again, he goes to hit me, either that, or he goes to hit me there, that. If he goes to grab me with either hand, this one or this one, it opens up and it allows me to do my next thing. So let's say he grabs me and I block it. The next move in the kata is to come across and do an elbow to your own hand. So when I go here, I grab him, the elbow strike could be a strike. If he comes at me with the other hand, like grabs me, I block, I come in, I elbow, whatever I can connect with. I like to use it for this scenario. I block, I elbow. Now the next move is typically, you see there, GT, is a chamber. So chambering to me has two meanings. It's either preparing for another battle. So as Mr. Wall's here, if I had been accosted by two people, I injure him, and then as he comes in, the next move would be I come back and I'm ready, and in a karate sense, he goes to kick me maybe. So I avoid it, and then I might hit him, I might block him. So the move is actually after I elbow, I avoid, and then I block. Or I hit JT, I cover, maybe Christopher goes to grab me. The low block could also be another jiu-jitsu release. All right, the next move is a spear hand. And as you can see, in this scenario, that doesn't work very well. I'm not a real big lover of spear handing people. I do like the health of my hands, but I do like the concept that we're doing the motion for the sake of it. In other forms of Naihanchi Kata, which is called teki, they actually do a punch, which I prefer. So just letting you know there's different variations of that. I go back to here, I elbow JT, I cover, Christopher comes in to kick me, I avoid it maybe, and then this could be a deflection, and then you see the spear hand. We just covered the idea that I deflected. Let's say Mr. Wall grabs me and I block and I spear hand. The next move would be, now maybe he pulls me or something, or I need to cover distance. So I step over and I relocate to maintain stability and posture. So what it would look like in the kata is I block and I spear, I step over and I set. So the stepping motion would be similar to Seisan Kata in Ishinru, where I step and I kick. Well, in this case, I'm just stepping and setting so that I'm covered. Now, from this point, let's say that he's taken care of maybe. His friend comes at me from the front, and I'm just going to turn so I'm more straight for you, but I would still be in this direction. And JT goes to maybe grab me or hit me, so I deflect, and then he sees an opening, I deflect again, and then I strike. So the motion would look like this: 1, 2, 3. So again, he comes to hit me or push me, I block, I sort of, I create like a bit of a distraction or a luring. I'm luring him in. So as he comes in, 1, and I want him to take that second shot, and then I finish with my back fist. I prefer to do it in a jiu-jitsu-y kind of way though. He grabs me and I wrist release, and as I grab him, I pull him down. As you can see, that creates a big gapping void, which allows me to do the strike. So again, he goes to hit me or push me, he goes to hit me again. Pretty straightforward karate. He grabs me, I block and I grab him, still the same motion, and then I strike. He goes to grab me with the other hand, 1, 2, creates a different position or a different target to strike. So I hit Mr. Wall, I come back to the front, 1, 2, 3. We're in the final section of Naihanchi. I just took care of the 2 attackers and I'm here. On paper, they're done, I'm done. But, let's say that there's another attacker, it's a different scenario altogether. We don't know until it happens in the real world. So now Mr. Wall comes at me from the side. Maybe in this scenario there are 2 attackers. This is a good situation where there could be 2. So I have them both coming at me, Mr. Sight is here, Mr. Wall here, and I'm debating where I should be. Personally, if it were in a real world situation, I would get out of there and take care of the situation from the outside. But maybe I didn't have that choice. Maybe the area is confined or something. So he goes to grab me or punch me or push me to something, and I deflect. So the next move after I did this is I deflect with my hand in a blocking kind of way. And then his friend sees me open and ready and goes to hit me or punch me or something, and then I come across. So what it would look like is I deflect this guy and I see this guy coming, and I'm just looking for my opportunity, and then I come back to this guy and I take him out. All right, so the motion would be this. I'm here now. I didn't talk about the feet yet. You lift your foot to come this way, you lift your foot to come this way, and then you lift your foot to come this way. So there's a lot of shifting of your body in that scenario, but the hand motion is I block this person, and I take care of this person. All right, so I'm here, 1, 2, 3 would be the hand motion. Let's talk quickly about the feet now. If you're talking from a karate standpoint, Mr. Wall maybe goes to sweep my foot with his left foot, like a roundhouse kind of kick that way. If he got me, I would fall down, but I don't want to fall down. He goes to sweep me, and I go, hey, what are you doing? I just get out of the way. All right, that's one version. Another version, because I'm an avid follower of judo and takedown type martial arts, is that I could use it as an offensive technique more. So we're maybe in a judo grip or something, and a lot of judo throws are precipitated by that same motion. So as I hit his foot, I would sweep him, and as I sweep his foot, I take him down. So I have this motion and this motion, which is many different beginnings of many different judo throws. So I'm here, I sweep and I push, would be similar to I sweep, and as he loses his balance, I push and he would fall down. So going through the whole section, I took care of originally JT from the front, and then Mr. Wall comes in and he comes at me, I go like this, and JT still is invincible and comes at me, and I go like this, and then I go, okay, now I'm going to take care of this guy. So again, the kata is many moves strung together, many scenarios, many attackers. Hopefully you take care of a situation in just a few short moves, but we do kata so that we can learn how to think on our feet. We learn how to string techniques together. We learn how to solve situations in momentary, in moments of distress. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit of jujitsu today, a little bit of karate and blocking and striking, a little bit of takedown and avoidance of takedown as well. To me, that's the basis of what Naihanchi represents.